Hello. Well, welcome to Photo Chat number 3. Now, today I'm going to talk about program. Program, of course, on a camera. I've surprised quite a few of you that I use it a lot of the time, particularly when I state the camera controls on my programs. Don't do it all of the time. Depends on the nature of the program. If it's a program trying to express a kind of mood, a story, then you don't really want f5.6 coming up on the screen, really. It does spoil the illusion. But now and again, when the technical side of photography is important, then I show it. And occasionally, my photographers, people who look at my channels, some quite experienced photographers, are surprised that I use a program. Why are they surprised? Well, they think it's the same as auto. Well, it's not, quite honestly. You can still do exposure compensation, white balance, spot metering and all that sort of thing. You're not locked into auto. But of course the exposure, shutter speed and aperture is controlled by the camera automatically. But you can change that. It's known as program plus shift. Now this camera, which is the OM system, OM5 camera, does have that facility. Now I've got it on program at the moment, and on the super control panel I can see what is happening. But with one of the controls, now I say one of the controls because I think this will alter from camera to camera, so I can't be too specific. But if I move the front button, for example, I can now change the exposure compensation automatically. But if I now move the back button, it's changing the aperture for me. So 5.6, 6.3, and so on. So I have control of the apertures very much as I would in aperture priority. Also, by controlling the apertures, don't forget, I can then come up with desired shutter speed, provided of course it's not outside the range. That might depend on the ISO that this camera is set on. And doing things this way from program, particularly if you have a fast moving and challenging subject, then it can be quicker to reach the desired setting. Now you might think that with landscapes and architecture, you hardly likely want a fast-moving subject. But you know, if you are in, for example, a National Trust property, then you've got other people milling around. And sometimes, even on program, on this type of subject, you have to work very quickly. And changing the aperture or getting the desired shutter speed can often be a quicker answer. So there we are for Photo Chat number 3. Then give it to you to think about is controlling the apertures and shutter speeds on program. If you have program plus shift, then it is possible.